Hello everyone, it is Susan here and welcome to my Monday Crafty Chit Chat and Slow Stitching video. So I have been doing some work. I was on a Zoom today and I was doing some sewing while I was on the Zoom, so I want to share that with you. And it all has to do with this 3.5 inch square journal that I'm making. We will spend some time working on this block right here, which is actually going to be my last block that I'm going to work on. And so let me share with you what I did today and how I'm going to actually end up finishing this. This little chunky journal. Look at this thing. I'm gonna have one more page. It's a little chunky thing. It's so cute. Oh my gosh, I just love it. So while I was sewing this morning, what I did was I added the extra piece onto the squares because this is how I'm going to sew this journal together. And these are all different. So I didn't even select the same fabric. So this piece here is different than this piece. That's different than that piece. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to end up bringing them all together, these pieces on the ends, right? And I'm going to sew that together for my spine, so that the way it's going to go is, let me show you what's going to happen as turning the pages, right? So this I decided would be my cover right here. This is my cover. I think that flower is so pretty, and I don't know. I thought it would make a pretty cover for my journal. And what I think I'm going to do, I have to look and see. I have this little piece of fabric that I want to stamp something, a little saying. So I'll look through my acrylic stamps and I'll actually stamp it on here. And I'm thinking what I'll do, I may have to make that smaller, but I'm going to sew it onto the front, as long as it doesn't take too much away from this. I don't know if I'll end up doing that for sure. But anyways, that's a thought. It's a thought. I could also do it on another page, but so this is going to be the cover. It'll be sewn here. And so they'll turn like this. So I have these two pages together, which I really, really think looks good together. And then I have these two pages together. Then I have, oh my gosh, I just realized I sewed this upside down. Oh, you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to change this. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. I just had it backwards. That's all. This goes here. Sorry. This goes here with this one. These two go together. So that's going to be, when that page opens, it's going to look like that. And then this one is going to have this last one. Oh, I just lost my button. Will go on the side of this, right? So this page will go here, right? And then for the back cover, I'm going to put this on. Yeah, and then that will go there. And I'll have this little piece of fabric coming out the side here, and that's the piece that I will sew with all of those other pieces. And that's going to be it. That's going to be my chunky little 3.5 inch square journal. So I did plan to do this, right? So I thought I was going to add this page to this journal. But I don't know, you know, unless I change my mind, which is very possible. Sorry, I'm reaching across over here. I could do one more page. I could do one more. See, now I don't know. Now I don't know what I'm doing. See, I thought I had it all together in my head, but I guess not. So for today, I do know that I want to work on this. So let's go ahead and get this put together. I have some laces that I hand dyed, and we have this, and let me grab that button that fell, because I want to put that in the middle. So the first thing that I need to do, so I already have my 3.5-inch square block, and now I need to cut. Oh, wait a minute. I think I wanted to use this pink. So let me grab my scissors, and I'm just going to cut the fabric because it won't tear. This fabric will not tear. It's not that kind of fabric. So I have to cut it. And who knows if I'm cutting it straight or not? Who knows? I think it's close. It's one of my favorite pieces of fabric. It's beautiful. Okay, so I have this. All right, good. Good enough. You know me. Good enough for sure. I'm just trying to think, which way do I want this pink flower? Like, do I want it up here or down here? I think I'll leave it up there. I think that that is going to look good. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Okay. So I think that that'll look okay there. And maybe what I'll do is I'll off-center this. But now that I'm thinking about it, so it's going to go on the opposite side of here. So what's going to hold them together is going to go on this side. So will it be better if I didn't have the chunky part on the near the spine and I did it this way? That might be better. I'm gonna do it like that. So the spine of it's going to be over here, and I think that it will be better with the chunkier, you know, the more dimensional part being up here. Okay, so I think I'm going to do that. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. Okay. So I definitely wanted to add some lace. So I'm going to go ahead and let's cut this. And then we can kind of fool around with it. So remember, this is going to go on this side for the spine. So it would look something like that. And I would sew this straight, like that. And then what I could do, I could even put this on the outside, but I can also add this. I like it. I like it a lot. But where do I want this purple lace? Or I can put it on that side. I think I like it like that better. Okay, you guys tell me. So it would look like this. Not that that really, you know, it doesn't have to match. I'm not trying to get it to match. I think I like it like that. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking. Yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That right there. Do I want to sew this at the same time that I'm sewing that colorful piece of fabric? Because I could, right? I could sew it all at once, or I can sew these individually. So if I have that like that, can this flower fit okay? Yes, it can. All right, I'm gonna try to pin this without it moving too much. And this is not easy. Pinning all this together. Oh my gosh. So I did have this purple thread ready, but now I'm thinking maybe this is better. I'm thinking maybe the lighter is better. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this, and we're gonna get this side sewn down first. I guess I should have cut it before I pinned it. Okay, there we go. Okay, okay. You know what, let me pin this as well. Okay, I'm gonna just do it. Oh my goodness, have I never used this before? It looks like I've never used this before. Let's see if I can find the end easily. If not, I just make my own end. And yep, yeah, I don't see it. Usually you can, oh, well, there's an end, but, oh, wait a minute. Oh, is this it? No, that's, well, let's see. Yep. Oh, this one's a tough one. This one is a tough one. I can see it. I don't know that I can grab it. Okay. There it is. This right here. Got it. Woo. So I wanted to talk about tomatoes because I just had a really awesome conversation about fresh tomatoes and what do you do with them when you have too many. And some really great ideas for sure. One is, you know, I'm definitely going to look again into getting a dehydrator and seeing if I can find one that isn't expensive. So if you have a dehydrator that works well for you and isn't expensive, let me know. Comment below with the name of it so that I can check it out. So that is definitely an option for sure. And then a couple other ways that came up was to, what do you call it? Is it like a blast boiling? It's not the right term. I know that that's not right. But where you take the tomato whole and you leave the skin on, and you get the water boiling, and then you put the whole tomato in there for about a minute, take it out, and the skin would just come right off. And then you can cut them up, like dice the tomatoes and put them in some sort of container or plastic bag and freeze them in portions, and like correct portions. And then, like my friends were mentioning to me, like you can take it out in the winter to make chili, or like I would try to make some tomato sauce, spaghetti sauce. And yeah, so I think that that's a really, really, really great option. So I'm going to do some of that. So I have some of it diced up in the freezer. And yeah, so I expect to have a lot of basil throughout the rest of the summer. I do have several basil plants, and I actually have several different types of basils growing. But I will at some point end up with too much. Right now, every single day, I'm using about 10 or 12 leaves of a basil plant. Every day it varies which plant I actually cut from, but I do make my cold tea using fresh basil. So it's just hot water with fresh basil leaves. Steep it for 20 minutes, and you can drink it hot, you can drink it cold, you can do whatever you want, and it is yummy. I truly find it such a blessing to have a vegetable garden. So yeah, I think it's a lot of fun and very interesting to me now that I'm going to have some, hopefully I'll have a lot of tomatoes, and I'll have cucumbers, a lot of cucumbers. Sorry, if you can hear that, somebody is chipping some wood. I can hear the machine going. And that worked out well. What do you think? So now this can go right here. I like it. All right, I'm going to keep sewing this on. It'll get easier now that I have that sewn down, because that's hard to sew when you're going through all those layers. But now this will be quicker. So if you have any thoughts on what to do with an abundance of basil, tomatoes, cucumbers, let me know. Let me know. And if you know of a video that I can watch on how to do something, I'm all about that. So I have a whole playlist of videos that for recipes. Yeah, so when I need to, I don't know, I have all kinds of recipes in that playlist. Everything from desserts to, I don't know, eggs to everything. Meats. Yep. And I am trying to eat a lot less carbs. So that's something that's new for me, because I am a carbaholic. Without a doubt, 100%. a carbaholic. I just like feed me bagels 3 times a day and I would be fine. But you know, even the vegetables that you eat and the fruits that you eat aren't necessarily low in carbs. So I've been learning about that. And so I'm trying to find ways to eat less carbs. Now, mind you, I just started this and I've started walking and you know, I want to try, but I'm doing it slowly. Like I'm not diving in 100% right off the bat because, well, first of all, I mean, I have food, right, that are not low in carbs, but I'm not gonna get rid of the food, right? So I'm spending like a week just like kind of weaning off of you know, the carbs, and so I can get through a lot of the food that I have. So, and it's not too bad. I'm to the point now where, oh, isn't that cute? I'm to the point now where I don't have a lot left. Like I have like English muffins. I have a piece of a Danish that I want to finish up. What else? I mean, even stuff, you know, you think, oh, oatmeal is really good, and it is good for you. But when you're watching your carbs, stuff like that adds up like really quickly. So, yeah, what else? What else am I trying to go through? I don't know. I'm sure that there's more than that, but I just can't think off the top of my head. And so I'm trying to get through all that. So what I'm going to do the day that this video goes out, so I'm recording this video on Saturday, 2 days ago. And what I'll do is on Monday, the day this video goes out, I will go to Trader Joe's and I'm going to really watch everything that I purchase. And so that will really like be the beginning. Like I bought last week when I went to Trader Joe's, which way was the right way up? I think it was that way. When I went to Trader Joe's last week, they have this salmon. And oh my gosh. And I haven't cooked salmon in quite a while. And it was so amazingly good. Of course, I went onto YouTube to to see how people were cooking it. And, you know, and what I do is I tend to watch a few different, not a lot, maybe 2 or 3 different videos. So that's going to look like that. And so I think that that's okay. So I can start pinning this down. So now I have the additional piece of fabric on there that I'm going to sew in between these 2 blocks. This is going to be, well, you know what? Wait a minute. I have to think about this now. Because if I want, and I do, I would like these 2 next to one another. I do like that. But then I can't put this on as the last page yet, because if I'm, oh, there's a whole other page here. Oh, that's the front. Okay, I don't need that. So, because if I'm going to do 2 more blocks, then I would have them here and then put this. So I have to make the decision. Do I want to do 2 more blocks and then finish this off? Or I can finish it off right now. And I don't know that I'm ready to make that decision. But I have been thinking about what I'm going to work on next. And I'm kind of feeling maybe like another Just Because book. Maybe. I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So let me think about this. I'm not going to sew it together yet. Because, like I say, I could have another page because I did have this stuff out, and I finally figured out what I wanted to do with this block right here. So maybe I will do 2 more blocks. I don't know. I am undecided at the moment. What do you guys think I should do? Should I leave it just this chunky, or should I do another 2 blocks, which would make 1 page? Let me know. Let me know what you think. I mean, I could go either way, probably. I don't know. Well, I guess I will figure that out, and I'll look to see what everybody's input is on that. So I'll look at some, at the comments before making that final decision. So that's going to be it for today. That was a lot of fun sewing this block right here. And I think it came out super cute, right? Super cute. I like it. Okay, so I will see you next Monday. Have a wonderfully blessed week. Bye-bye, everybody.